And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and always providing you the timely truths centered around real estate, mortgage, finance, inspections, all types of consumer advocate content here to help you win, help you live a better life, and avoid a lot of the commission-based advice that's so prevalent in our community. We're going to help you win here on the Consumer Quarterback Show.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. Our phone number is 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
We love it when the hotline blings. Give us a call, 813-670-7372. And make sure you bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. We're getting thousands of hits to the website every week. And the reason why is because we've got all of our expert contributors there, the CPAs, the financial advisors, the mortgage experts, the real estate experts, attorneys, CPAs, so many ways that we can help you there. Consumerqb.com. You see links to all of their expert contributors there. You can also submit a form. There's an email form that comes directly through to myself and James, our show producer. We're going to make sure that we get back to you before our head hits the pillow. And it's Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Nick Kick back in the house. BBMC mortgage expert. Welcome in.
Thank you very much. How you doing today?
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah,
good
things
to
are
hear.
good, man.
Good to hear. Everything's going great for me. Sunshines and rainbows.
That's right. Rocking and rolling, setting records, and the economy's booming. Things are rocking, man. There's a lot of good things to talk about here. So we'll jump right into that. Also, Leo Kane in the house. Beryl Engineering. Welcome in.
Yeah, I guess I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I've never been more terrified in my life. Height of hurricane season. Interest rates have never been higher in the past decade.
Yeah,
it's terrible to be a consumer out there right now.
It's scary. It can be scary. You got to reach out and use the resources that are there for you. We're going to help you navigate those waters. But yeah, the hurricane season, we seem to be right in the middle of it right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, just last week we had 5 named storms all swirling around in the Atlantic. This week's been a little quiet because of those 5 named storms. Isaac thankfully puttered out, so we won't have to worry about that one. But yeah, October, the height of the strongest storms that form really fast is in October.
Yeah, it's sad to think about the folks up in North Carolina still recovering. Something like 500,000 homes and businesses that were affected.
Yeah, well, I read an interesting statistic while they were preparing for Florence. Is Key West is still 70% damaged from Irma last year.
Wow, 70%.
70% of Key West that was damaged is still damaged. They haven't done the repairs. It's staggering to see what these storms can do.
Houston. No, similar story over there.
Yeah, I know. Back when I did Hurricane Ike in 2008, I was down there for 8 to 9 months doing hurricane restoration work in Houston, and that's a huge city.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, when these storms come, they seem to just sit there and just drop a lot of rain. That's the killer, is the rain, the rising, and then it causes all the other ancillary. We had Chuck Peterson on the show. He went up to North Carolina with Suncoast Roofing. He went up to North Carolina checking on his family, and a lot of people are affected, man. And we see, hopefully, this is the last storm this year, and we kind of have a cooling off for the next few years, because we had a stretch there where we didn't have a whole lot of activity or major storms, right?
Yeah, it's usually about once every 12 years. It's tied to the solar demagnetization. Yeah. The sun is on a 12-year cycle, so the storms are pretty bad on a 12-year cycle.
Right.
You look back 12 years ago, it's 2018. We had 2006. 2004 to 2006 was a vicious season. Same thing with 2016 to 18.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, and we're going to talk about that. We're talking about some of the things happening over at Beryl Engineering, project management engineering, helping folks with structural engineering and different types of aspects related to real estate. We got our mortgage expert contributor here, Nick Kick, in the house as well. Giving a shout out to Bilmar Beach Resort over on Treasure Island. A beautiful beach resort. You got to check it out if you haven't been over there. Completely renovated and a beautiful property. There's the Sloppy Joe's is the restaurant that's on site, and it's filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation feel that much more special. At Bilmar Beach Resort, it's been one of the most sought after destinations in the Treasure Island area for decades. And what I like about it, it has a resort fee, but for that resort fee, you have some cool things. You can go kayaking, you can go stand-up paddleboard. They've got 2 different pools. Just a really great place to go and visit. We've had Clyde Smith, the general manager, on the show, and he said, yeah, it's a 2-beer beach. When I talked to him about how long the beach was, he said it's a 2-beer beach. Take you 2 beers to get to the end of it when you get to the water. But Bill Maher Beach Resort is our official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we're here helping you win. I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty, and I'm a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. I've been featured in Florida Realtor Magazine multiple times, recently selected into the top 1% of all realtors nationwide. Real excited about those features and what that translates into is experience and knowledge that's going to help you buy or sell or invest in real estate. Knowing that you have someone on your team that is a leader, that's a proven leader, and that can help you through these transactions. We got a great buyer agent team as well. But I wanted to highlight a hot listing that I've got over on the beach for you. This one's 1370 Gulf Boulevard, unit number 401. We just did a price reduction down to $1.149 million. Bella Rosa condo, Sand Key, gorgeous property, end unit, $1.149 million. Beautiful property, 2,200 square feet. And it's one of the condos on the beach that has the lowest HOA fee. And it's because they have good management there. Gulf Boulevard, Clearwater Beach. Also a hot listing. We did a reduction on 12091 145th Street in Largo. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property. Close to Indian Rocks Beach, right over the bridge. There's no flood zone, and you also have a marina, Krabby Bills, the nature park right around the corner as well. Just reduced down to $279. Just reduced this one as well. A couple of hot, beautiful listings here in Tampa Bay. All right, so we're back here in studio. Let's go over to Nick Kick here, BBMC Mortgage, and helping people. A long background of helping people with mortgages, helping realtors get their deals done, working with all types of parties here, and it's really such a huge driver when you think about the real estate industry, the mortgage title. There's a lot of things happening in that, and the economy's off to a great start. We're doing great.
Yes, everything's going very great in the industry right now. You're going to see a lot of stuff on the news with interest rates going up. Last 12 months, as Leo had mentioned as well, highest in the past 10 years. So definitely get off your couch, get on the phone, get with your realtor, and get with me. Let's get into the homes right away.
Yeah.
What I want to do today is I'd like to kind of go over what you're going to expect when you start the process with me. Documents you're going to need. It gets very, very overwhelming, and you're thinking you're doing everything multiple times, the same thing over and over again. And it's not. There's just maybe improper documentation or not proper communication.
Yeah.
So I like to go over it, and I'll repeat myself many times when I'm working with these clients so they understand perfectly what they need.
Yeah.
Other things I like to do as well is, I'll show up with them. I'll go to their house with them. I'll meet them at the library. So this way I can show them exactly what I need and explain why I need it. The biggest complaint that you'll hear is I've already supplied that. I hear that day in and day out.
Yeah.
And you have supplied documents, but you keep supplying the same thing, or it's not in the correct format. And there's just a lot of different things that we need. So I'd definitely like to go over that. I mean, it's the basic stuff. So you're going to need your income documents, which is your tax returns and your W-2s. If you're self-employed, you're going to have 1099s and K-1s and business returns as well. But if you're just a regular W-2 employee, work for somebody else, you're going to have to provide me your W-2s for 2 years. You're going to supply me with your pay stubs. Typically, they want 30 days of pay stubs. Well, for the folks out there that are paid biweekly, that's going to be 3 paychecks, not 2. And then you're always going to need 2 months worth of bank statements. So it's always multiples of 2. 2 years of W-2s, 2 years returns, 2 pay stubs at least, most likely 3, and then 2 months worth of asset statements. Where the biggest confusion comes in is when you're purchasing a home, you're giving a deposit to your realtor or the title company to hold in escrow.
Right.
That's where the most common mistakes come in, and we're going to continually ask you to send it in a different format. What the government, especially on government loans, are going to require, when you print it out from your online banking, it has to print out with a URL address. It cannot just be a snapshot or you take a picture of your computer. There's a lot of crooked people back in the day, in the heyday, and before the mortgage crisis, that were fudging documents. So this is our government's way of making sure you're not doing that. So definitely get with me, get with your brokers, get with your realtors to find out you're providing the right thing. Easiest way to do it is go into your bank and ask them to print the history out. Always from the last date of your full statement to the date that check cleared your account or you wired the funds out of your account, or you pulled the funds out and purchased a money order.
Right.
It's best to go to the bank. They'll get it right, and then they stamp it. Any bank has a bank stamp that will show it's a certified, true, and exact copy. So this way, they know it's something hasn't been fudged by you or your realtor, myself. It's just the checks and balances that are able to allow us to close more loans. These are the things that are going to help us not hit the crisis again. And then you're going to sign document after document after document. You're going to sign them 2, 3, sometimes 4 times.
Yep.
Initial disclosures are going to go out. You're going to sign those electronically. You're going to lock your interest rate. More documents to sign. Your appraisal is going to come in and your closing disclosure is going to go out. More documents to sign. And then you go to the closing table and more documents to sign. So,
yes.
I mean, just short of your blood type and firstborn child, it's going to seem like you're giving me just about everything. It's part of the process. And it goes back to what we've talked 2 weeks before. It's the largest purchase of your life.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't just give you a loan on a handshake and a wink.
Right.
It doesn't work that way nowadays. So definitely, you have to be patient. A good broker is going to get everything up front, stress you out in the beginning of the loan, and they'll explain that to you. I'm going to ask for everything and have you do multiple things, but it's better to get that done up front instead of waiting a week or 2 before closing. Because then you're not just stressed out about when are the movers coming, what time am I closing, where am I getting the money for?
Exactly.
You're going to have it all handled, and you're good to go.
That's awesome. That's good stuff. That's Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage, helping you with your information you need about processing your loan, getting the information in. When we come back, I want to touch on some of these, let's call them bait and switch tactics that we're seeing out there in the industry. We want to be that consumer watchdog for you. We're going to talk about that and our feel-good story. Man from Tennessee buys school bus to rescue people and animals from Hurricane Florence. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Want to give a shout out to our friends at WholeBodyFuel.com. WholeBodyFuel.com. They are chef prepared. Chef Brian Adamo and his team, they do a great job of preparing these awesome meals, convenient, healthy, and they deliver them directly to your home or office. Once a week, I get my delivery of excellent food, all types of proteins. They've got vegetarian diets, different types of diets available as well, diet plans. And WholeBodyFuel.com, they've been in business almost 10 years now, I believe. And Brian and Kevin, the team over there, do a wonderful job. They also have the world famous protein donuts, and it is just amazing food. And it comes out to something like $8 to $9 a meal. So for the same price that you're paying to go through a quick drive-through, grab a meal as you're, running around in your day chasing food, keeping your blood sugar level in line, you can use WholeBodyFuel.com and have them deliver these convenient meals to your home or office once a week. And WholeBodyFuel.com, official meal delivery service of the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're back here in studio. We got Nick Kick in the house, BBMC Mortgage, also coming up. Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering, coming up as well. But I wanted to have Nick, because one of the biggest things we talk about here on the show is consumer advocacy. Everything is about, with you as the consumer, the end user in mind. It's all about helping you understand these buying decisions, avoid a lot of commission-based advice. And specifically in the mortgage space, we hear it over and over, and you see these different bait and switch tactics in these programs where, we're going to pay all the closing costs. What do you say to that, Nick? Like, what would you prepare the consumers out there hearing these messages, whether it's radio or TV? They're seeing these things, and some people, they kind of fall for that.
Yes. As you know, nothing in life is free.
Right.
So the first question you're going to want to ask for the companies that are saying, we're going to pay all your closing costs for you. Well, how are they able to do that? Are they in conjunction with your realtor or the realtor that you're using? Is that how? So maybe some of the commission or seller concession, those things are what's really paying the closing cost. Another thing that is often done as well, and I offer this, but I advise the clients can take a higher interest rate. And back in the day, mortgage brokers were able to get paid yield spread premium. And what that was is they would give you a higher interest rate, charge you, origination, and then they would get paid on the back end of the loan.
Yes.
That's not allowed any longer.
Right.
We do not, as brokers, able to make yield spread. So what we can do, though, is by you taking a higher interest rate, we can then in turn take that, what would be yield spread, and put it towards your closing cost. So if you're having troubles coming up with enough money for down payment, that can be done. But brokers out there are not advising that's what they're doing. They're just giving you a 0.5% to a 1% higher interest rate.
Yeah.
And that's how they're paying your closing cost.
Right.
So nothing in life is free.
Right.
Make sure you do your due diligence. Reach out to myself. I'd be more than happy to look over any documents you get. Even if you're not going to use me as your broker, I at least want to let you know how they're able to do it. But you have to ask those questions. How are you able to do this for free?
Right.
Because nothing is free.
Yeah.
So you may qualify for a much lower rate and be better off getting a gift from a family member to help with down payment and closing costs, so you're not paying so much more on your mortgage payment per month because you didn't have the money for closing costs.
Yeah.
Or what they'll do is they're going to offer that, get you in the door, get your contract, and 2 weeks before closing say, well, unfortunately, I was unable to get you qualified for that no closing cost loan, but we only have 2 weeks to close, so you're kind of stuck with me.
That's right.
I see that too often as well. The good thing is our process with BBMC is very, very quick. So if this happens a week or 2 weeks before closing, give me a call. There's a chance I could still get your loan done on time and on contract, so you're not getting taken advantage of by these bait and switches.
Yeah.
It is a very bad thing in the industry. It gives a lot of us a bad name, especially the people that like to practice above board.
Right.
It's I don't agree with it, and it scares me that people out there are still falling for that because they do have so many options. Lock your interest rates in early. Rates are going up every day right now. There's so much stuff's going on with the economy, with trades and the tariffs and different things like that. We're getting into the buying season here in Florida, so more people are going to be bidding on properties. get with me, get your pre-approval that we talked 2 weeks before. Don't just do an application and I can tell you, okay, you're pre-qualified. Do your application. Provide the documents that we just went over. Let me get you into underwriting right away so I can actually show you what I can do for you and that you qualify for this home. The worst thing that I see happen is promises made, no problem, we'll get your loan done.
Right.
You put $10,000 down in escrow and you lose it because you really don't qualify.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
It is. So a lot of the times in contracts, make sure you read it over because you have a contingency date that you need to have a conditional approval.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can lose your escrow money and lose the contract as well.
Yep.
So make sure you pay attention to that. Ask questions of your broker. Provide the documents that I just went over in a timely manner.
Right.
Fill out the disclosures that are sent to you in a timely manner.
That's right.
And don't worry. Ask questions. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I think a lot of times what you see is people get into a contract and they don't understand even what the inspection period is and when it ends. You know, the money goes hard. They don't understand those types of contingencies that are in the contracts. And, you know, a lot of realtors don't either. I mean, the thing is, there's so many new realtors out there. And not all realtors are created equal. That's the big decision that you see that you make is, you know, oh, well, I've got a friend soccer coach or a good friend from, you know, whatever, where you met these people. But, you know, the thing is they're not all on the same page. They're not all, you know, they don't understand the process. They haven't done, you know, hundreds of deals, thousands of deals at, you know, at this point. But that's what you want to be careful of. If you've just joined us, I'm Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage, our local expert contributor here in Tampa Bay. And that's another big part of this show. I mean, this show is based in Tampa. We cover the whole Gulf Coast of Florida. We're worldwide, of course, on the iHeartRadio app, online at consumerqb.com. But it's really a local show here based in Tampa, and we really want to help, you know, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Bradenton, Sarasota, Lakeland, you know, up north, Pasco County. I mean, we want to help the folks that are local here get the best possible deal. Veterans, of course, we're going to offer a quarter to a half a point discount back. I mean, we've got all these special niche programs, down payment assistance programs. We'll coach you on that. But we want you working with someone like Nick Kick here, local company, support the local economy. That's such a big part.
It's a great thing. I definitely like to take care of our own. I don't mind. I'll drive down to Fort Myers to meet with a client. I work all the way from, you know, our biggest areas here are Naples all the way up to Hernando County. So, and I'm not afraid to drive across the country either, across the state. We're actually, as a FDIC insured bank, we're licensed in all 50 states.
Wow.
So if you have a property up north that you need to pull cash out to purchase your investment property down here, give me a call. There's not a loan that I cannot do. There's not a state that I cannot close a loan in. So definitely reach out to your family members as well. If you like what I have to offer and you want to work with me, I can work with anybody. So,
and let me ask you this question too, Nick. When it comes to someone that's looking to get a you know, maybe they're buying a home, right? When they come to someone like you mentioned that you're a broker, so you're able to shop the best loan programs from the best lenders nationwide.
Along those lines, yes. I typically keep all of our loans in house because I'm able to keep my foot on the pedal with that. I have more control with our underwriters and our corporate office and closers and management and can get exceptions. I prefer to go that route.
Yep.
But there are those people that need the niche products, the investment loan products,
right,
or the bank statement products, or, you know, their credit score might not be the best.
Yep.
And, you know, we can, you know, give them some advice or, you know, advise them on who to speak to help repair their credit so they can qualify for the best products. But I do have products I can go as low as a 500 credit score.
Yep.
You know, it just takes a little extra down payment. You have to put what we call a little more skin in the game. You know, you're a more high risk buyer, but we can still get you in a home, allow you to make that purchase, build some equity, repair your credit, and then maybe refinance in a couple of years. Or that was your stepping stone house. That was
right,
your first home. Turn that into an investment property.
Yeah.
Everything's better on your credit. You have more money. Then you can go buy a new home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do have options of going to any lender I need to, though, like you said.
Yeah, that's the idea. Get with someone like Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage here, local lender. Sit down with him in person. You said, you know, he's going to meet you at a Starbucks, meet you at his office, wherever is convenient, a library. I like that. And sit down and just evaluate your options and talk to someone who's a real pro. He's been doing it for many, many years. He's been on the underwriting side, the processing side, and can help you, you know, from the internal side. I think that's what really helps me as a realtor too, especially in the beginning, is my background was in lending. So I learned it from a wholesale rep, from the retail side. I've done deals myself, loans myself, and then, you know, understanding how it works with FHA, VA, conventional, the appraisal requirements, the different things. Right. That helps a tremendous amount on structuring a deal, putting the real estate deal together. Investor loans, real quick. We got about 45 seconds left in this. Investor loans, some really good products out there.
Yes, very, very good products. Actually, there's actually no income documents needed. It goes off of what the rent roll is on the property. If your property can rent for $2,000, I get your mortgage payment at $1,800 a month. I do not need to see your tax returns. You write everything off, I understand. I don't need to see pay stubs or anything like that. This way we get you into the home with 20% down, 660 credit score, and you have an income-driven property. Let's put 20% down on 3 homes instead of plunking $200,000 cash for a home.
Right.
You get 3 income-driven properties. That way you just tripled your income in 1 month.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful thing. Give me a call. Let's talk about how quickly and when we can get that done. Let's get you in contact with Brandon to find you those 3 investment properties.
Yeah, I like it. And, you know, for the first 3 listeners that make an action move, what we'll do is we'll pay for your appraisal on that as well. We'll Platinum MVP Realty. We'll pick up your appraisal if you do reach out. 813-670-7372. Call or text our hotline, 813-670-7372. That's a $500 value we're going to kick in and help you with that, 813-670-7372. And you can also submit an email form at consumerqb.com. That's our website. You'll see links there to all of our expert contributors. And follow us online. We'd love to connect with you on Facebook. We're on Facebook, Brandon Rhymes. You got the Consumer Quarterback Show there, Platinum MVP Realty, of course, at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter. And we would love to connect with you. We'll follow you back, check out your content, and let us know how we can help you live a better life. Stay with us. Man from Tennessee by school bus to rescue people and animals from Hurricane Florence. We'll be right back. Short break.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Trisha up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, we're back here. Brandon Rhymes, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by Platinum MVP Realty. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com for all your real estate needs. We'd love to help you buying, selling, or investing. We've got an all-star team to help you win in negotiations, help you find the properties. It's a diligent process. You've got to be diligent on it. And when you're looking today, so PlatinumMVPRealty.com, you can go to our website. You can do a search there. You can click sign up for your own search and pick neighborhoods there. You can also do a CMA, comparable market analysis, at our website. And with that, you can find out what the value of your home is. You can request for us to do a CMA as well. PlatinumMVPRealty.com. I want to give a shout out to our new restaurant partner, Curry Leaves Indian Cuisine, a wonderful restaurant right on Kennedy, right in South Tampa here, just about maybe a 3-minute drive from where we are at here at Salem. Curry Leaves Restaurant. Say hello to Saji and his team over there. Man, they've got some really good food. I'm looking forward to going after we do the show here. We're going to go grab some grub, but really good food, and it's very healthy. Some of these different spices that they're using, it's really good food. Curry Leaves Restaurant. It's right there on Kennedy, just across the street from the Intercontinental Hotel right there. The Intercontinental Hotel, West Shore and Kennedy right there. Right across the street. Curry Leaves Restaurant. Say hello. Let them know that you heard about the restaurant on the Real Estate Quarterback Show. Take them up for special offer and incentives. And I think if you mention the show, you might get hooked up with a free water with lemon on your very first visit. They're going to hook you up.
I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah, they
right
will,
after the show. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll do it. So Curry Lee's Restaurant, say hello to him, our new restaurant partner. All right, so Brandon Rhymes here, Platinum MVP Realty. We're going to bring Leo Kane into the conversation. Before we do, I just want to let you know about a couple of hot listings. 5506 Dallas Way, Valrico, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, River Hills Country Club. We just reduced this one down to $540,000. Beautiful property, 3,500 square feet, pool home, corner lot. And this property is a one-owner home, sure to impress. The owner is actually the builder, so he put all the best upgrades in it that you could imagine. 215 12th Avenue Northeast, St. Petersburg. This is a beautiful property. SIPS panel construction, gorgeous home, energy efficient. SIPS panels, do your research on those, and you'll find out what I'm talking here. 3752 square feet, $1.299 million. Just another beautiful property listing of Platinum MVP Realty here in gorgeous Tampa Bay.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, my man Leo Kane in the house. What's happening, man? Beryl Engineering.
It's exciting times to be Beryl Engineering and Inspection.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
That's good stuff, man. So you're going around the state just seeing some of the aftermath of this damage. Were you recently down in Fort Myers area?
Yeah, Fort Myers. We picked up some clients. The insurance companies are getting squirrely out there. They're now saying your tile roof isn't wind damaged unless the tiles were blown off. Doesn't matter if they've slipped. Doesn't matter if they've snapped. You have to actually be off the roof. They're getting really crazy on what they consider wind damage. So we're helping our lawyer buddies and our public adjuster buddies, their clients, fight the insurance companies' insanity.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, just over Labor Day weekend, we had this storm come out of nowhere and just hit Miami, Fort Myers, Naples. They can't catch a break down there in Fort Myers and Naples.
Yeah, that's right. What about across the middle of the state, LaBelle, Immokalee?
We're still dealing with stuff from Irma. We really are. I mean, I had 3 claims earlier this week. I was assisting a local law firm on, and they were all from Irma, middle of the state. They're like, you didn't get flood damage, it's not flood, it's wind.
Right.
You get 70-mile-an-hour winds for a couple of hours, you're not gonna have a roof shingle left.
So you come in, you do the report, and you get it all documented and making sure that the homeowner has something in their hand to go back and fight with.
Yeah, basically what ends up happening is the insurance company hires an engineer, and their engineer doesn't do a proper inspection, and it's very limited, and they say there's no wind damage. We go out there, we do an ASTM standard inspection, and we show the wind damage, and the lawyers deposition the 2 engineers, and then the insurance company settles. That's the way it always happens.
Yeah, and they're going to settle it. Once you take those steps, it's a shame that you got to be diligent and get to that step, though.
Yeah, it's kind of insane because by the time the insurance company depositions the experts, by the time that if the client has filed something called a civil remedy notice or CRN, the insurance company is looking at $40,000 in legal fees just to fight the claim. If it's a $15,000 roof and they're up against $40,000 in legal fees, what do you think they're going to do?
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. And when it gets to that point, I guess most homeowners, are they understanding the importance of bringing on a Beryl Engineering company to
some
do
of
that
them,
for them?
Some of them no. Some of them won't hire a public adjuster. The public adjuster is going to get you more money through their tactics, and he's going to keep, or she's going to keep, a percentage of it. But it's not any money you would have ever seen to begin with.
Right.
And then some. We had a client cancel on us last week. I've known him for 8 years. He's like, well, the insurance company's sending out their own engineer. I'm like, well, the worst thing you can do is not have someone that's out there representing you.
Wow.
He's like, but engineers are neutral. I'm like, yeah, we're neutral. And we can pick and choose from which testing protocols we want to use. And we can pick and choose what kind of level of due diligence we want to do.
Right.
And we will be neutral in those confines. So if I go out there and do a half whatever inspection, and I use the testing protocols that allow me to do the bare minimum, I'm not going to find wind damage.
Yeah.
So it's a game. It's just a game.
Yeah.
For all of these insurance companies and lawyers.
Yeah, it's not a fair game. If the homeowner, the consumer, we're protecting the consumers. We're the watchdog here. These consumers don't understand that, utilizing the insurance companies anything, they're going to be swayed to that opinion. They're going to be looking out for their behalf. They're going to round whatever it is. They're going to round it down instead of rounding it up.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. I mean, what we typically see is there'll be moisture intrusion. There'll be some drywall damage, and the insurance company is going to come in and say, we're going to cut a little hole here, and that's the end of it. We did a 14-day study to prove that within 10 days, that drywall has mold and is completely compromised. And the insurance company doesn't want to cover that. And then the other thing is the insurance company will cover like a portion of your roof. Well, Florida Building Code says that if more than 25% of your roof is impacted, you have to replace the whole thing. And people just don't understand this. They go with the insurance adjusters. They get a check in the mail for $1,000. They're happy. When in reality, they should be getting checks in the mail for like $10,000, $15,000 to get that roof replaced.
Yeah, it's interesting. And we've got mutual friends that are the attorneys on this other side. I've heard the stories of those significant deficiencies of payment, just the way that they'll drag it out. And then it's getting worse.
Yeah, I mean, the insurance companies, they hit you up with, you have a duty to mitigate the damage spreading, mold, mildew, moisture intrusion, but they also tell you you're not allowed to do anything until they look at it.
Right.
So the funniest things now that I'm dealing with, a couple of the engineering company, I wish I could mention their names because they're my opposition.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they're saying that the damage they're seeing is 6 to 8 months old. They're coming out for Hurricane Irma, which was September 8th, 2017, saying that they're going to deny the claim because the damage is 6 months old. They come out in August.
That's asinine.
That's 11 months ago, and they're using that as their main defense.
Wow.
Our lawyers are having a field day with these engineers right now on the stand.
Wow.
It's just fun. I just sit there and laugh. I see the report and I laugh. I know what's coming.
Yeah.
And then they end up destroying their own insurance company case.
Wow. We're talking with Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering, Beryl Project Management Engineering. So, if you're in this position, if you have an issue where you've had some storm damage or someone that you know of is kind of going through something similar, or if you just want to have a fact-finding, conversation, Leo, you'd sit down with folks and talk to them about this?
Yeah, we do our due diligence up front. We'll ask for any reports. I mean, we have had a couple of people who have completely done the repairs and no one's looked at the work. We can't do anything with that. They say my window a tree went through my window. I replaced all the flooring in my bedroom and stuff. We need something. We need photos from around the time, a video from around that time. We need something to base it on.
Yeah.
So that does get a little tricky on these older claims when people just start adding stuff because they hear their neighbor got a new roof and their neighbor's neighbor got a new swimming pool. They hear this stuff, so then they're like, I want one too.
Now, and that's a great point you just brought up where if you are after the storm or just thereafter, and wait till there's good lighting, but pull out your video phone and get some video of it.
Yeah, I mean, I know in the past you've had everything but the house in here, and they recommend that you have to inventory everything. You have to take photos of everything, photos of your model numbers, serial numbers. I filled out a proof of loss form after a hurricane on a house that got damaged. They make you document as much as possible. If you don't document it, they say it didn't exist. So
right.
If you do a video walkthrough, they say nothing in the video walkthrough exists. They want still photographs for review. And even then, they don't want the photographs. They want you to turn those into PDFs. You can't file photographs in an insurance claim. That it has to be a PDF.
So you got to convert the image.
It doesn't take much time, but if you don't know to do that, you've just wasted 30 days of them going back and forth on, oh, we reviewed your file and it was empty.
Yeah, and it's a technicality, and they're going to hide behind that.
Yeah, and that's what they do. They're just looking not to pay out.
Helping consumers out there fight the insurance companies, Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering. And also you had mentioned too, kind of switching gears, going more to new construction real estate. We see that from time to time as well, where the builders, especially the ones that are building them fast, throwing them up real quickly, the row houses is what they typically would call it. They're taking shortcuts.
Lots.
And you're finding them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, our two biggest areas of growth this year for Beryl have been suing insurance companies through a lawyer and suing builders through a lawyer. And with the builders, it's construction defect. They can't, quote unquote, put houses up fast enough. That means they're not supervising. They don't know who the subs are. They don't know what day laborers the subs have pulled from Home Depot. I mean, I've seen the recent one I had yesterday was the contractor flipped the width, length, and height on a window.
Mm-hmm.
So all the windows came in at the wrong size. Instead of returning those and getting a new window, they told the client they were going to punch the holes in the wall to make everything bigger.
Wow.
So they were going to damage the lentils. It wasn't going to be structural stable.
Whoa.
And luckily, the homeowner put a stop to it then and called us out there to get an opinion.
Wow.
It would have been crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's what the builders want to do. They just want to put them up as fast as possible and move on.
All about ROI, right? Getting that return fast as they can, turning and burning. And we're going to protect you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. That's what we're doing every day, 5 o'clock drive time right here on 1380 The Biz, weekends on 102.5 The Bone, and daily 10 a.m. on WeBeam TV. And we'll be right back after this short break. Man from Tennessee buys school bus to rescue people and animals in the aftermath of Hurricane Florence. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host, Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty, published author, professional speaker. Check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry, by surfing the radio waves. We'd love for you to check it out and maybe share it with a friend. Sharing is caring, as they say, right? 103 South Havana Avenue is a hot property listing with Platinum MVP Realty. This is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath property, just reduced down to $525,000. Beautiful property here. Great opportunity for an Airbnb Airbnb investment at $525,000, 103 South Havana. It's in the Plant High School district as well. Beautiful property and well-maintained home. And we've got some really nice vacant land listings, too. If you're looking for vacant land, looking to build a home, I've got a handful, probably 8 to 12 different vacant land parcels of land in different areas throughout Tampa Bay. I'd love to talk to you about some vacant land, and I've got great builders that we can pair you up with as well. And we're back here on the Consumer Quarterback Show helping you win. Replenish IV Solutions. I want to give a shout out to Steve and Lisa Gunnan, the Science of Nutritional Balance. I went down there yesterday and got a nice vitamin injection into my veins there. Is really awesome. You get the health and wellness, performance, anti-aging, weight loss, fatigue fighter. They've got the ozone therapy, amino acids, all kinds of cool stuff. Go down there and say hello to Steve and Lisa Gunnan over at, they're on Gandy right there in South Tampa, and Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. And we're back here in studio. We got Nick Kick in the house, BBMC Mortgage, and our local mortgage expert contributor here, Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering Project Management. And we also are going to be coming into our lightning round. Before we do that, we're going to tell you something good in our daily segment of positivity.
Tell me something good.
All right, this is the one we've been teasing here, the man from Tennessee that buys a school bus to rescue animals and people after the Hurricane Florence hit. So a truck driver from Greenback, Tennessee, drove into the Carolinas last week to fill a school bus with dogs and cats from shelters in the path of Hurricane Florence. Tony Aslip, 51, was transformed an old school bus into an animal transport on wheels. He wrote the words "Emergency Animal Rescue Shelter" written on the side. He loaded up 53 dogs, 11 cats from various shelters and transported them to a shelter in Foley, Alabama. From there, the pets will be spread to shelters throughout the country ready to be adopted. And someone's quoted here saying, it's all true. Tony swooped in at 4 a.m. Wednesday to pick up our leftover dogs, the ones that were blocky heads, the ones with heartworms, and the ones that no one else would take. He got them to safety. The St. Francis Animal Center in Georgetown, South Carolina, wrote on their Facebook, "It's not the most conventional evacuation, but we're surely one of the most with the most heart." So that's a good story there, helping with the pets. And, for those pet lovers out there, you got dogs, you got pets. You guys have pets?
Yes,
dogs and pets. So you know how that goes, man. It's like an extension of the family, right?
Yes.
It really is. So let's go back to Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering. I hear that you are expanding, growing throughout the state. You're opening up some more offices.
Yeah, October 1st launches our four-city expansion. We're expanding into Lakeland. We're expanding into Kissimmee. I'll have to learn how to spell Kissimmee. We're going to solidify our expansion into Melbourne, and then we're also expanding into Sarasota. So we'll have coverage all over the state for permit letters, for home inspection, and for structural engineering inspection. Very excited about that.
Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome, man. So the business is growing, the economy's booming. A lot of the economic indicators that I'm looking at, most people I've talked to say that we're looking good for the next 12 months. Like there's not anything that's been thrown out there. Is like, hey, because we talk about student loan debt. I mean, there's some things that we could mention. The tariffs, I think you mentioned earlier, Nick. What are you? Let's pull out your crystal ball here, Leo. What do you see happening with the economy? How we looking?
I'm actually a little fearful. I mean, there are 25% more home inspectors in the state than there was this time last year on a year-to-year growth. So there's more people with licenses.
Yep.
Their volume of sales is down. I mean, we've covered this before on the show. We're looking at a 5 or 6% now decrease in volume overall, even though sales prices are up 10 to 12%.
So you're going real estate specific here.
Yeah, very specific. Right. I mean, I'm not seeing it all rosy. I mean, interest rates have never been higher. There's so many detriments now towards the actual transaction of buying and selling. Part of our expansion is to just have a foothold in these different markets. So as it continues to downturn, we can continue to provide service and keep our employees busy.
Right. Yeah. With the number of transactions, there's increased competition amongst, of course, real estate agents. I played the sheep button earlier for the sound, but yeah, because it's easier to get your hairstylist license, and no offense to any hairstylists out there, but than it is real estate, and it's significantly lopsided. It's like 62-hour course for real estate. I think it's 200 or 300 hours for cosmetology and that. But so different industries, they're becoming bombarded, and they're also getting hit from external forces. A lot of these hedge funds are coming together, and they have these different gimmicks out there, this door and that thing, and they're chipping away at a little bit of market share, little by little. And it's really with big volume numbers too that they're doing it. And they're playing on, oh, well, let us sell your house faster without showings and without listing appointments and without this. Yeah, but when you're doing that, you're leaving money on the table, with those different
But if
policies.
you're doing volume, they don't care. I mean, it's just like a Walmart. There's a Walmart of real estate. It's called something pad. I won't use the first couple of words. They pay their people commission. They don't pay their people hourly, not commission. They're just trying to sell as many homes as possible.
Yep, and who knows? It could be just one group of rich people or one billionaire that's saying, hey, whatever, let's go in and buy it under market value if we can get it under market value, and then we'll just rent it out and we'll keep it in our portfolio. So they're really kind of hitting the industry. And I think about some of the bigger players too, the Amazons, and there's hints of those folks getting into the real estate game. I mean, it's really interesting when you look at how it breaks down. But for most consumers, I think they still want that one-on-one relationship with an agent, someone they can talk to, someone they can bounce ideas off of, someone that's going to negotiate for them and have that single agent fiduciary capacity. I think that's where it's going. Nick, what do you think?
I agree 100%. I mean, it is nice. You have the millennials that want to do everything online. They don't care about the people-to-people interaction.
Right.
I do not like that. I want to know who I'm talking to. I want to know there's a person at bat for me. Because there is things that come up during the loan process that a computer can't make a decision. It has to be an educated decision. It has to be take in all factors. There's always a compensating factor to make up for a reason a loan shouldn't be done. There is also compensating factors to show that it should be done.
Right.
Something I do myself personally is I look, would I lend this person money? If I would lend this person money, why wouldn't the bank lend the money? Because I'm not rich like a bank. I don't have the money that a bank could actually do. So it's if I look at it that way, that's how I'm going to fight for you. That's how I determine it.
Yeah.
And definitely want to make sure people are making the best decision, like we were talking about on the commercial break. Ask the questions. Well, if I put 20% down, I don't have to pay mortgage insurance. Well, you know what? Sometimes that mortgage insurance isn't as much as you would think. I have a customer that made a decision to actually put 10% down less, and they're saving $15,000 out of pocket for a $30 a month payment.
Yeah.
Well, they can turn that $15,000 into a lot more money than they're paying on the $30 a month. So
safer deal too. And I bet you if you asked a lot of the people back in 2007 if they would have liked to keep less of their or put less money down, they would have loved to, right?
Yes, definitely. That would have taken advantage of that in a heartbeat.
Let's jump into our lightning round, fellas.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Nick Kick.
Stay on the phone with your broker. If you don't hear from them every couple of days with updates, give them a call. Ask for your options. And, you don't want to shop around too much, have your credit pulled too much, but make sure that you have competition for your business and that they're taking care of you and answering your calls. And once again, have a realtor broker team, somebody that works together quite often because they feed off each other. They know what's going to be needed ahead of time. Having a realtor that has experience like yourself in the lending industry as well is a great thing for you as a consumer because they're going to be able to know and not lead you to a home that you can't afford because they're trying to make that commission. They're going to lead you to a home that you can actually own.
That's right.
So it's a great thing to have a good relationship between your broker and realtor.
Absolutely. Good advice there from Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage. All right, Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering.
I think it's very important that if you're going to involve yourself in any transaction, you need to have a team of people out there for your best interests. Especially if you're up against a big box builder, if you're up against an insurance company, if you're up against a general contractor. If they have a team of people on their side, you need to have at least on paper a team of people you can go to be on your side.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. And making sure you've got your team, that's a big part of it. And speaking of team and teamwork, we got one of the best here. I'm going to quote Vince Lombardi. Coach Vince Lombardi won the first, I think, 3 or 4 Super Bowls back in the day. Goal-oriented thinking versus reactionary thinking. Mental toughness is many things and rather difficult to explain. Its qualities are sacrifice, self-denial. Also, most importantly, it is combined with a perfectly disciplined will that refuses to give in. It's a state of mind. You could call it character in action. And that's, one of the biggest things you want to think about is as you're going forward in your day is your character in action. Your perfectly disciplined will, mental toughness. There's a lot of things you need to block out these days, and a lot of, haters or people that have a bad day, they're going to try to take it out on you. So stay focused, stay positive, and keep working on your goals. And hey, another great show today. Thanks, Nick Kick. Thank you very much, Leo. Great show. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothes clothing, hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. Do something kind for one another and volunteer, get involved with your community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.